Hello, welcome to another Spirit Island game, and today we're going to be playing Muddy Otter versus England. And I'm super excited by this because the special rule of Fathomless Mud of the Swamp is that sacred sites build actions add explorers instead of buildings. And that's amazing. That's amazing against England, right? So England is really tough for me, in particular as an adversary and living in the country. And I'm looking for spirits to kind of reliably beat England. And this spirit might be a contender. I'm not sure about England 6, um, but level 4 hopefully should be okay. So hopefully we're going to win this game. We're going to explore in the sands initially. Okay. So immediately I'm thinking maybe let this one go, E1 go, and grow into this sands to stop the building. Hopefully deal with this town relatively quickly and hopefully cut off some of this land and make little pockets. That's my plan. I don't know if it'll work, but that's my plan. So let's double grow here. I say double grow. Let's take the second growth option to play. Ooh, we could go this way, couldn't we? Actually, I don't know about that. I'm going to take from both tracks, sort of hedge my bets here, grow into this land, make a sacred site. Then we can use foul vapors to push those explorers to stop the ravage at least. And we probably want to maneuver some Dahan into a land next turn so they can counterattack. So let's pop that there as well. Just enough energy, and that unlocks our innate as well. Okay, so no fast powers, and we are going to build in the sands. We might be able to save this Dahan, and we get an explorer here because of our sacred site. Then we're going to explore in the jungle. Ooh, could be good actually. Could be really good. Okay, so slow powers, we'll use foul vapors, one fear, and we push up to 2 explorers. Let's push these over here. And open shifting waterways, gather up to 2 Dahan. Then if invaders are present, 1 fear and 1 damage. So I'm going to gather this in here and this in here. Do 1 damage to that. Oh, actually, what we could do instead is do one. Let's reverse this. Let's reverse. We've got the fear for it, but I'm just wondering whether to use the innate first. So 1 fear for the innate. Target a land adjacent to a sacred site, and we have to move over there and deal 1 damage to this town. Then we bring in the Dahan and deal 1 damage to get rid of that town. That seems pretty good. And then we set up to defend this land, maybe let this one go and hope for Dahan defense or something in an event. And that's looking pretty good. So we should have a total of 3 fear in the bucket, plus 1. Yeah, we're all good. Okay. And the reason I need to do this first is because I didn't want to push these Dahan out. Right. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. So we know we're going to defend this land. I do want to get a sacred site on here though, because I don't want a town to explore into the wetlands. I mean, this stage 1 card could be a wetlands or a mountains. Wouldn't be the end of the world if we get something in there. I don't know. We'll see. Right. Let's see what we want to do here. I think maybe we just do the third growth option, get a minor power, 2 energy. And we'll decide actually in a minute where we take that from. Hazards? Kind of got our elements. It's pretty good. What could we duplicate? Maybe some beasts. Constancy is very good. I think I'm just going to have to pick that. And we'll take our presence from the bottom here, since we're going to get energy from constancy anyway. Let's make a sacred site up here. Don't want that building. And we can, yeah, take the blight here. Maybe play these 2 cards. We don't get our innate, but I think that's okay. Right, so 2 energy, and we get to reclaim a card that we've used this turn at the end of the turn. And let's see what happens. Ooh, Years of Little Rain. I'm looking at the Act to Ease the Drought. Costs 4 energy, aided by water. And that's very much worth it because we can add a presence down into this land. Yep, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to pay the 3. 1, 2, 3. And add a presence to a land with Dahan. Awesome. Each beast deals 2 damage. Okay. And during Ravage in every land, defend 1 per Dahan. Okay, never mind. And we can choose a land with Dahan to skip for Ravage, but that doesn't matter. So we get the Blight in the sands, but we're fine. We're going to build here and here in the jungle. Then we're going to explore in the mountains, which isn't really what we wanted, but that's fine as well. Okay, so we can pay an energy to gain a power card. And I think I will. I'm going to grab a miner. Coastal land, Badlands could be pretty good. Somewhat on element. Oh, that's on element as well. Twilight Fog is pretty good as well. Add some strife. It could be good for us setting up Dahan counterattack. So I'm just going to get that actually. And we can move a presence from a sacred site. Yeah, let's move this over here since it's not doing anything in that sacred site anyway. Okay, time passes. We get to reclaim a card. So let's reclaim constancy again, I guess. And we can grow. Gosh, this is really strong, isn't it? Let's gain another power card. Gain a miner, 2 energy, and we'll see where we decide to take that presence from in a second. Gold's Allure could be pretty good. More Dahan movement could be very good actually as well. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we could actually, if we pick up Veil of the Night's Hunt, we can save both of these lands and solve them. So I'm going to do that. And as for presents, let's keep going from the bottom track. Since we do have Gift of Constancy, so we can actually get a decent amount of energy anyway. Okay, and I'm going to stop this build turning into a town in this mountains. All right, fast powers then. 1 fear, 5 defense in this coastal land. Then each Dahan deal 1 damage to a different invader. We'll target this land to clear that up. And that's it. That's it for fast. All right, on an inland land, replace 1 explorer with a town. Ooh. Okay. That's not great, is it? I might actually go for this one. Invaders do not ravage in lands with disease or strife. Each player may push 1 town or explorer from a land with Dahan. Don't really want to do that. Okay, so we're going to build in the sands. We don't build in the sands because there are no adjacent buildings. We're going to ravage in the jungle. Then we're going to build in the mountains. And then we have an escalation. So we have to build in this land, in this sands. Okay, got 4 buildings there. Need to be mindful of that. And then we're going to explore in the sands. But we don't explore here because we don't have adjacent buildings. Great. Slow powers. Again, I can do some movement of presence. So let's flump on over here into this sands, I think. And that's it. Time passes. Now, I think I might actually reclaim here. Reclaim, place a presence. Gosh, we've got so many cards. Probably have enough energy to actually play 4 cards, which would be quite nice. Yeah, let's take it from the bottom track. Well, it's only 2 energy though. It should be fine. And we're going to place it in the sands to stop more buildings coming into this land to avoid that additional loss condition. So 4 card plays, my goodness. I don't really want to take Blight in the Sacred Site land. So we could defend it. And we've got loads of like 0 cost cards. Constancy would be pretty good here. What are we missing? We're missing water. Gosh, do we get our innate? We do as well, my gosh. That's pretty good. So I'm going to pay for all of these cards. 1 fear, 5 defense in this land here to protect our sacred site. And that's it. Right. For the rest of the turn, ignore 1 strife on each invader. Destroy 2 explorers among lands with beasts. Okay. When ravaging, if the land has Dahan, defend 2. Okay. So we're going to build. Oh gosh, we do actually build there and here in the jungles. Then we're going to ravage in the mountains. We get a blight there. Then we're going to build in the sands. This still doesn't build over here. We get an explorer here. Then we're going to explore in the coast. Gosh, getting a little bit rough now, to be fair. Gosh, this. Oh, I want to kind of deal with this quite quickly. Right, let's see. We've got a ravage coming up in the sands. Can we do anything about that? Can we do anything about that? We've got a strife available and damage if we need it. We could clear this land with our innate though. That's pretty useful. I think we're going to have to deal with this land somehow. Right, so I'm definitely going to add a strife into this land. Now it's whether, do I want to do 4 damage in this land and then defend it, or do I want to use my innate over here to push these Dahan in there and let them counterattack? It's going to be 7. 7 damage, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. That's quite a lot, isn't it? This is tricky. This is a tricky decision here. We will have 1 fear card. But we do need to defend this land. Maybe I do the damage. I can do... Get rid of that and this with the damage. Then push these out and then I will have enough. It's a lot though. A lot to kind of commit to this land. Okay, I'm going to do it. So I'll use the innate in this land. So 2 fear. Then that's a total of 4 damage and we push 2 Dahan. So I'm going to move this presence into this land. Do 4 damage. Then we're going to use Foul Vapors. That's 1 fear. And we push 2 explorers. We'll push these into this coast here since we can't really do anything about that at the minute anyway. Gosh. All right. Okay. Time passes. We do have 2 fear cards. I do want to push this over the edge here. Could do with the defense. So I'm going to have to reclaim, I think. Reclaim. Pop a presence at range 0. Pop it over here. And then we've got 4 card plays again. So I do want to play the defense. Dahan dealing damage to a different invader. Could potentially deal with this coast if we get lucky with events. I think I want to play Constancy. We're actually a bit stuck for... a little bit stuck for energy here. Okay, I think this will have to do. So 2 energy. And we get to reclaim 1 card. 1 fear. Defend 5. I want to stop this cascade. And that's it for now. Okay. Right, stage 2. Invaders do +1 damage when ravaging. Ooh, that could be important. Add 1 disease to the jungle wetland with the most buildings. That is gonna be. Ooh, it could put it. Yeah, it could put it there. That's fine. Remove 1 blight from a land with 2 Dahan, which is none of them. Okay, so fear card. Invaders do not build in lands with cities. That's really good. During the next build, skip the lowest numbered land. Okay. Normal build. So I think that just means this normal build. So, oh, that's a good question. Does this count as a normal build? Or is the normal build here? Because I've always counted the normal build to be in this slot. Because this isn't normal, this is an adversary effect. That's what I'm going with. I don't know if that's right. So we're going to build in the mountains. Oh, but they do not build in lands with cities. Okay, it's good to know. Right, so Ravage in the Sands, but they do +1 damage. That's 5, 6 damage. All right. Didn't get any blight, that's good. We're going to build on the coast, but there's a city there, there's a city here, and there's a disease there. So that's pretty good. Then we're going to use the escalation. Oh, but we skipped the build anyway, in the lowest number, that's fine. Escalation is going to be in this land, but we don't build because there's a city. And we're going to explore in the wetlands. Okay. Gosh, that was a lot. That was a lot. All right. So we're going to ravage in the coast. Probably want to add a strife in here, but we do have to push Dahan. So that will deal with that. Could potentially now deal with this land when ravaging. I don't know if we can do anything about this sands here, because it's going to build and then ravage. So I think this is the one that's going to cascade. So maybe we should focus on this mountains here. So we'll do 1 fear, push up to 2 explorers. Do we? Yeah, we're going to push these in here. I was thinking about stopping the build in this wetlands, but I don't think we do that because we right. Add 1 strife in here, and then we have to what? Push 1 Dahan, and then each remaining takes 1 damage. Okay, and we can actually push more. That's 2 fear. In a land with invaders, we can do 2 damage and push 2 Dahan. Let's do. Yeah, instead, putting the strife there, let's put the strife there, then move over here, 2 damage, push 2 Dahan into this land. Then we don't have to worry about this jungles from ravaging. These Dahan will fight back, and we're just going to let this cascade. Okay. Right, and we did have Gift of Constancy, so we can actually get a card back, which we will. We'll get the defense back. And I think we might start looking into mages at this point. If I played all of these cards, that's not looking too bad. Oh, we could actually stop this build there. Yeah, things are looking okay. Apart from this cascade here, which is going to be a bit painful, things are looking okay. So I'm going to take the third growth option. So that's a presence off, 2 energy gain, and we're going to look at some mages. Maybe we can pick something up. Spiders. Okay. That is very good. A skip is very good. Now, do we have the elements? Very close to, actually. So I'm going to pick up spiders. And what do I want to get rid of? Maybe... Let's have a look. If I play these, and this. Oh my gosh, we do threshold it. Oh, but it has 8 energy. Gosh. So maybe we don't play this card and we play this card instead. Because this thresholded is huge. I'm just thinking where the best place is to use this card. And I do remember I have to forget a card. Add a beast and gather. And when it skips, that's 4 damage in that land. Ooh. I mean, we could completely just not worry about the Ravage next turn, which is pretty huge. If we use it in this wetlands here, that'll clear these. We've got Veil to deal with this land. Interesting. But actually, saying that, we don't actually have the defense for this land here because we don't have enough energy. So maybe we don't worry about... It's good that we can... yeah. It's good that we can threshold this, but I don't think we need to this turn. We can sort of keep it in our back pocket. Maybe just play these 4 cards for now. And then next turn, we could play something. Okay, so this is going to go... What's going to build? Wetlands. I don't know, maybe over here. Okay, and we need to forget a card. Ooh, let's forget Twilight Fog, maybe. Maybe, yeah, Twilight Fog. Let's forget that. Right, let's see how this goes. So 1 fear. We're going to defend 5 in this land. And we're going to use each Dahan deal 1 damage to this land. And that's it. All right. Okay. Do we have the moon? Yes, we do. So that's 1 fear, and we can add a beast into our land with buildings, which is going to be very nice for the spiders. Lovely stuff. And then each spirit... Oh no, we got disease. Add 1 disease to a land with both Dahan and invaders, and do 2 Dahan. Do 2 Dahan to the damage there. Okay, let's get rid of that Dahan. And do we have 2 Dahan in our lands? No, we don't. Okay. So, Terror level 2. Do not explore coastal lands. And lands with disease are not a source of invaders. Okay, so build in the sands. Okay, we still don't build in E6 here. That's nice. Ravage on the coast. So 5 defense. And we're going to get rid of a city and an explorer with the Dahan fighting back. Unfortunately, we do get a blight there with a cascade. Oh, gosh. Thriving communities. Right, where do we want this cascade? Probably here. Get rid of that. So in 4 lands, we have to upgrade some things. So probably want to upgrade... Ugh, don't really want to upgrade anything. All right, let's upgrade this explorer here to a town. This one to a town. This one to a town. And gosh, maybe this one to a town. Yeah. Right. So that's the Ravage done. We're going to build. What are we building? In the wetlands. So explore there. This wetlands up here doesn't build or anything. Okay. And then we've got an escalation and an explore in the jungle. So we don't explore into the coast. But we do explore here. This has disease, but I don't know if that means I don't explore into it. It's not a source of explorers, but I think that still means we explore into it. And we have an escalation, so we're going to build in this land here. All right. Things are heating up. Okay, cool. All right, bearing up, we've got a lot of Dahan movement right now. Where do we want this Dahan? Probably in this land. Yeah. And how close are we to terror level 3? Quite far. We're getting there. I think we could get to a point where we maybe just use infestation every turn. So we could potentially do 3 damage in a land. Get a power card. I don't think we need the power card right now. I think it's more we've got our sort of win condition here. It's just sort of building around that. So let's gather some Dahan. Gather 1 Dahan in here. So that's going to be 1 fear, 1 damage. That's going to get rid of that town, which would be nice. Where do we want to put? I think over here. Use our innate over here. Do 2 fear, 2 damage, and push 2 Dahan. A bit more centrally. So we have access to them. And I want to prevent a city build here. And hopefully get a terror level 3 victory. Okay, seems reasonable. Right. We will reclaim. Pop a presence down into this land. And can we do infestation? Going to need that and this. Yeah, so that's going to be a total of 6 energy a turn to get that threshold. Oofed. Oofed. That's pretty good though. That's pretty good. I think I might do it. Gift of Constancy as well. Just to get that energy back. And we could reclaim and do this every turn. Let's do it. Okay. Right. So Constancy, 2 energy, and we can reclaim a card if we want to. Spiders, add a beast into a land. Then that's 2 fear, 1 per beast. And invaders skip actions equal to the number of beasts. Okay. And every time they do skip an action, that's 4 damage in this land. So hopefully, we're hoping for a Sands Explore here to really clear this land out. This Ravage I completely forgot about, if I'm honest. So hopefully a fear card will deal with that. But we can take the Cascade, right? Yeah. Right, so let's just do 1 damage per Dahan here and hope for some Dahan defense. Or alternatively, is it better to push these Dahan in there instead? That's the question. Maybe I do that instead. Yeah, let's put 3 Dahan in there and not kill that Explorer. Okay, fingers crossed. Right. Immediately ravaging one terrain type not showing under any invader action. We can destroy 2 presents to stop that. So not shown, that'll be mountains or sands. Ooh, that's great. So I'm going to choose sands. That ravages, does nothing. We skip this ravage, and that actually deals 4 damage in that land, which is awesome. That's great. Maybe we do it like that. Cool. Okay, that's fine. On each board, add 1 beast to a land without blight that has a town. Okay. Let's pop 1 there. And during ravage in every land, defend 1 per Dahan in that land. There we go. Rewarded. Brilliant. Okay, so each town destroys an explorer. Each city destroys 2 explorers. There, there, and there. Lovely. This is invaders do not build in land where Dahan outnumber buildings. Okay. And remove 1 explorer or town from an inland land. Great. This is going very well. So we're going to build on the coast like that. We're going to ravage in the wetlands, clearing up that. Then we're going to build in the jungle. Well, it's a bit annoying because we get a city over here. And then escalation, hoping for sands, and we do get sands. Just checking that we did all the builds correctly, and I think we did. So explore in the wetlands and the sands, so these don't reach over here. So that skips and deals 4 damage. Awesome. Right, so we can gather again. Probably going to gather 2 into here. Deal 1 damage and get 1 fear. Did I not build in this land? Oh, I did, yeah, because I've got a sacred site there. That's fine. That's great. Great. So that's that card. We've gathered some Dahan. We've got 1 fear, and we can push some Dahan. It's probably going to be this land. Yeah, move this presence into here. 1 damage. Push 1 Dahan into here. Yep, seems good. Okay, so next turn we can reclaim and we can do the same thing again, which will win us the game. So let's do that. Reclaim. Get 6 energy, which is what we need. Get Sacred Site in this land. And I think we just play these cards again. Cool. So add a beast into this land. 1 fear, and then we skip 1 action. And when we skip, because it's thresholded, that's 4 damage, which will take care of the city, and then we should win. We should win. 1 damage to a different invader in a land with Dahan. Okay, let's just do that. Oh, I suppose what we could do instead, we could just push these Dahan into here. 2 energy. We've got constancy there. And that's it for fast. Right. What, terror level 2. On each board with 9 or more buildings or 3 or fewer, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that does nothing. 2 fear per board with 2 or more beasts. Yep, we're all good. And when the land ravages, if we have Dahan and presence, defend 5. Okay, so that's already defended if we need it. Great. Okay, so terror level 3. In each land with 2 or more explorers, destroy 1 invader per 2. Okay, never mind. It's not going to happen. Remove 2 explorers or town from each land with Dahan. Okay. Okay. Then remove a city from each land with at least 2 Dahan. Okay. And that's it. We did it. We won. Great. England killer strikes again. Gosh. I do love this spirit. It's surprisingly spatial with using your sacred sites and moving stuff around. Um, yeah, I like it. And I don't think I've tried it on England 6 yet, but I'm hopeful that if we get a good major like we did this game, we could probably win. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.